Welcome to Make a Model Lung, presented by the Maricopa County Air Quality Department. Let's start out by just breathing for 1 minute. The happy face on the PowerPoint slide is the timer. When the happy face disappears, 1 minute will be up. For right now, take a deep breath in and let it out. Take another breath in and let it out. While you're breathing, I want you to think about how much air you are taking in and out of your lungs in just this 1 minute. If we could measure it by volume being the amount of space something takes up, and we had a bottle with a volume of, say, 1 liter, how many 1 liter bottles of air do you think you're taking in and out of your lungs right now? And keep breathing. And time is up. So let's talk about this. How many liters of air did you breathe in during that 1 minute? Students, I want you to choose the number you think is the correct answer. Is it A, 2 liters, B, 5 liters, C, 50 liters, or D, 10 liters? Teachers, pause the video to discuss with your class. Welcome back. The correct answer is 10 liters. That's a lot of air. I couldn't drink 8 to 10 liters of water in 1 minute, but that's how much air I typically breathe in during just 1 minute. With 60 minutes in an hour and 24 hours in a day, that adds up to a lot of air. And where does all that air go? Into your lungs. When you take a breath, air goes in through your nose, travels down your trachea or windpipe, and enters your lungs. The oxygen in the air transfers from your lungs to your blood. Your blood takes the oxygen to every cell in your body. Because we depend on air and the oxygen in the air for life, it's important to understand what makes up our air. Air is made up of a mixture of invisible gases. It's approximately 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. Less than 1% are gases that include hydrogen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, and others. Natural events like volcanic eruptions and human activities can add pollution to the air. You might be wondering, what exactly is air pollution? Well, an air pollutant is any substance in the air that can cause harm to humans or the environment. Let's take a look at some common activities that create air pollution in Maricopa County. First is smoke from burning wood and fireplaces and outdoor fire pits. This is a big problem, especially during the winter months when temperatures are cooler and also during the holidays. Next, dust from unpaved roads, parking lots, and construction sites. Remember, we live in the desert where our soils are very dry and dusty. Car exhaust from burning gasoline in car engines. And finally, businesses, factories, and power plants can also contribute air pollution to the air. Let's see how air pollution can dramatically increase in just a few hours. This video shows how air pollution built up between 8 a.m. and noon on New Year's Day, 2016. So there you can see the pollution is increasing, and that cloud that looks kind of like fog actually isn't fog, it's air pollution. And once we reach noon, you can see a thick layer of smog hanging over the valley where people are breathing it in. Air pollution is especially bad for children, the elderly, and people with asthma or other health conditions. High levels of air pollution can make it hard for sensitive people to breathe, sending them to emergency rooms and urgent care centers on days when we have high pollution advisories. Let's learn more about how air pollution can affect our lungs.
Phoenix has failed to meet government health standards for air pollution. If you're exercising or working outdoors on a bad air day, you could be damaging your lungs. Staying healthy is about what you know, not just what you see. When you breathe, air travels into your lungs through a system of tiny tubes called bronchioles. These tubes carry air to small sacs that deliver oxygen to your bloodstream. In healthy lungs, the air flows freely. But when you breathe polluted air, dust particles can block the passageways, making your lungs less efficient. As dust builds up, your body produces mucus to trap it. But some of the smallest particles still manage to get into your blood and heart. The pollution you can see comes from a mixture of dust from unpaved roads, construction sites, vehicle exhaust, power plants, fireplaces, and other sources. There are two types of dust particles: coarse, which are about 1/7 the size of a strand of hair, and fine, which are smaller than a red blood cell. The coarse particles, known as PM10, accumulate in lung passages, forcing your body to work harder. You cough and wheeze as your lungs try to expel what you've inhaled. The fine dust particles, or PM2.5, can be even more dangerous. These tiny particles can travel deep into the lungs, bloodstream, and heart. They can contribute to a buildup in arteries, clogged blood vessels, and damaged lung tissue. Ozone, the pollution you can't see, has its own dangers by causing your lungs and airways to swell. It produces an effect almost like sunburn, inflaming and irritating the tissues. Even when the air is clear, it can still be harmful to kids. Children breathe air faster than adults, so they tend to inhale more pollution. Children exposed to dirty air for many years grow up with lungs that are less efficient than they should be. So how can you protect yourself? During high pollution alerts, people with heart or breathing ailments should stay indoors, and even healthy people should avoid too much outdoor exercise. And everyone can help reduce pollution by driving less, joining a carpool, and observing no burn days.
How can we tell how much pollution is in the air and how it might affect our health? The Maricopa County Air Quality Department has a network of 23 air monitoring stations located throughout Maricopa County. On the PowerPoint slide, you'll see a screenshot of our online map. And if you look at the map, each colored dot marks the location of an air monitoring station. You can see on the day this picture was taken, some of the stations are showing as green, while many others are showing as yellow. The dots will change colors depending on the air quality index, which uses colors and numbers to show people how good or bad the air is and how it might affect their health. On this day, the air quality was good to moderate. Again, green indicates the air quality was good near those monitors, while yellow indicates the air quality was moderate or okay near those monitors. Now, if we started to see orange dots, that would indicate the air is unhealthy for those who are sensitive to air pollution. Remember, that's our friends with asthma, the elderly, children, anyone with health conditions like heart or lung disease. As the monitors start to show red, purple, and maroon, that indicates the air is unhealthy for everyone and even possibly hazardous. Now you're going to make a model lung. Watch the demonstration video, then follow the directions on the pattern. First, you want to gather your materials and look at the direction. You'll need a pattern, 2 straws, 2 plastic bags, as well as tape and a pair of scissors. The first step is to cut out the lungs, lips, and the nose. Your patterns will look like this once they're all cut out. Then take the 2 straws, go ahead and unwrap them. And when you do, you'll notice that one end of the straw is a flexible end. Next, you want to tape the straws together with the flexible end pointing down so that it looks like you have an upside down letter Y. You can use clear transparent tape for this, or you can use masking tape. Either one will work just fine. The straws will form the trachea or windpipe in your lung model. Next, take one of the plastic bags and you're going to put it over the end, the flexible end of one of the straws, kind of twist it around. And then you want to tape it onto the end of the straw, make sure it's nice and secure. You don't want any air to escape. You may need to use several pieces of tape for this step. The plastic bag will form 1/2 of your lungs. Take the second plastic bag after you've taped it on securely, and you're going to want to repeat the steps to tape on the second bag. Now, if you're having difficulty holding it onto the straw, you can always ask a friend to help you out and have them hold the bag while you secure it with tape. The last step is to make 3 tape loops and attach your nose, lips, and lung. So take the first tape loop and attach the nose. You want to attach it at the top of the 2 straws. Then take the second tape loop and attach the lips. Use the third tape loop to attach the lungs. Now you're ready to blow air through the straws and watch your lungs expand. Now that you understand why it's important to have clean air, there are many simple steps that you can take to help reduce air pollution and improve our air quality. These are just a few. You can walk or bike to school if you live close enough, or carpool with a friend. That will take at least 1 car off the road, or ride public transit like the bus or the light rail if that's available. Another simple action you can take is to avoid idling your car engine in long drive-through lines at fast food restaurants and pharmacies. Instead, park your car and go inside. Or if your engine is going to be running for more than 10 seconds, turn it off and restart it when it's time to move ahead in line. That will not only help protect the air, it will save you gas and money. Another action is to fuel your car up after dark, which helps reduce ground level ozone. And that's especially important during the months of April through September when we have hotter temperatures and longer hours of daylight. Become a clean air champion today. Visit cleanairmakemore.com to explore other free educational resources, including online lessons, a virtual escape room, and so much more. Feel free to reach out for more information. Contact Jenny Frank, Education Outreach Coordinator at AQD Education Outreach at maricopa.gov. Thank you for attending today's workshop. Have fun making your model lungs.